What's up with the squad? Back with another video. I seen this how it was going down. Make sure you hit the like button, that subscribe button for me. Make sure y'all also go check out Doug and Exile. Amazing guy. You know, hands down, amazing guy. You already know, I know a lot of people seen my community's post last night. If y'all didn't, it definitely had, a lot to do with it. It was really just a post. If y'all see it, it's Trump or Biden, for president. And I kind of put that in there. And I also wanted to see what people had to say. And it was a lot what people had to say, and definitely just check that out if y'all can. But definitely want to see what Whoopi talking about.
It's The View as they embrace crackhead Hunter Biden. Welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where we take a look at culture and we judge them as imbecilic. And we're here just to champion all of their kind of hold them up and show that the emperor has no clothes. But they're carrying water for crackhead, lack of child support, not claiming his son that he is responsible for, gun-toting, drug addict, womanizer, Hunter Biden. On The View.
Let's talk about what happened yesterday, because Hunter Biden was found guilty of 3 federal gun charges.
That's one way of putting it. It's also the 3 charges that would distract from his father's collusion with Ukraine, with funding, with grifting, with stealing international money, with hunting a political opponent, like using your Department of Justice to go after your political opponent, like Trump. So they throw Hunter under the bus. He's guilty anyways.
Time in history that the son of a sitting president has ever been convicted of a felony. President Biden said he respects the verdict and will not pardon his son. But
Joe Biden will pardon his son. He's lying to everyone. Now, if he wins the election, he has some time to pardon his son. If he loses the election, he will pardon Hunter by January 20th of next year. He's lying if he says he...
It'll have to be something crazy that'll happen if Joe Biden ends up winning, because when I made that post, it goes everywhere. It's just not for the subscribers. It goes everywhere. And seeing the percentage of what people is insane.
Not pardon him. Now, maybe his son will only get 5 days prison. Big deal. He won't pardon him. Very, very heroic of you. But the idea that they're trying to equate this to what's happening to Trump, going, he's a first-time felon, Hunter is, just like Trump is a first-time felon. No, there's big difference. We'll break this out a little more. Let's watch a little more Whoopi doing.
They're trying to make it that don't even make sense. What I seen what Hunter has been doing and then done, I don't care what nobody say. It's not equal to what Trump is like. I don't agree with that one.
Job.
So whoever said that is crazy.
This still has not convinced a lot of conservatives that we have an equal justice system.
Oh, sweet pea, where have you been? Now, this is a black entertainer who for years has said we have a 2-tier justice system over the over-incarceration of African Americans. For years, it's all we heard. 2-tier justice system. There's way too many blacks incarcerated. They've been unfairly racially treated. And now suddenly, when it's Trump and Hunter Biden in jail, they're going, see, there's no 2-tier justice. Nothing wrong with our justice. There has never been anything wrong with our justice system. And in doing so, they're making fun of themselves for the last 20 years, talking about the over-incarceration of blacks. Or is that suddenly not a problem? Whoopi. Tell me, Whoopi, is that no longer a problem? The 2-tier justice system, one for whites and one for incarcerated blacks. Something tells me you don't believe that.
I think the American people are smart enough to know that these are 2 separate cases. There are 2 tiers of justice.
Hunter's case involved a clearly provable crime. Trump's involved a totally novel application of a state statute, a predicate crime never specified, a partisan prosecutor, and a compromised judge.
Just because one Democrat was convicted doesn't mean the American legal system isn't being abused.
Oh, yeah, it's still being abused. Rest assured, guys. There is some justice here on Hunter, but remember, he got away with his tax evasion due to the statute of limitations. That is his tax evasion, $4 million in taxes after his father said it's patriotic to pay your taxes. They hired 48,000 IRS agents. They can't get Hunter because statute of limitations ran out. While was it Weeb, one of their agents that was assigned to Hunter, made sure that he was investigating until the statute of limitations ran out on Hunter Biden. That's what happens when you're, as CCR said, I ain't no senator's son. Well, Hunter Biden got special treatment.
He gets convicted. That's not good enough. You bitched and moaned. You wanted something to happen. Something has happened. He's gone through the system, and that's how the system works. Do y'all not live here anymore?
Yeah, we still live here. This was a Washington, D.C. case with a Washington jury that found Hunter still guilty because it was so obvious. Now, if you wanted to put Trump before a jury in Oklahoma or in Florida by a bunch of conservatives with a conservative judge, say like Aileen Cannon, and they found him guilty in this Alvin Bragg case, I'd be on board and go, he's probably guilty. But they didn't do that. So you can't compare these two as equal justice. Hunter had the entire deck stacked for him and he came out guilty. That's justice.
That in a case like this, it was a very easy case to prove, 3 counts. They took 3 hours to deliberate. But in these kinds of cases, somebody filling out a form who is addicted to drugs and lies about being addicted to drugs.
Yeah, everyone agrees. He's addicted to drugs. He filled out the forms. He lied and got his weapon. Okay? That's not favoritism. I don't know if that's even justice still working, but it's like, if you can't convict that, then yeah, it would be broken. So they're not proving anything with this stuff. There's still two-tier justice system. It's just not as exaggerated and as bad as we thought it might be.
Completely undercuts the MAGA rights argument that we live in a rigged system with a weaponized Department of Justice and justice system meant to hurt Republicans.
Merrick Garland just got a contempt of Congress. So I'll let her deal with that. If you want to say that Merrick Garland getting nailed for contempt of Congress is not in any way political, that proves that, remember, you just now, the View is making this case all day today, that our justice system is no longer corrupt.
One thing about it is that I love to hear, listen what people have to say, their point of view, what they stand for. But listening to them, it's like it literally makes no sense. It literally makes no sense to me.
No longer politicized. So nail all these guys. Throw Hunter Biden in prison next year when Trump's back in office. We'll throw Biden in prison and we'll watch. The View will completely change their position and go, see, it's totally politicized now. I'm like, no. I'm going to go back to, wait. You said it wasn't politicized anymore. Or did you only mean because they agreed with you? Oh, that's what I feared.
That no one's above the law, even the president's own son, that one Democrat was convicted.
Yeah, one Democrat was convicted out of a ton. Later, Joy Behar is going to bring up the 8 of Trump's associates that are going to prison just for being his friend. Now, 8 of Hunter Biden and Joe Biden's associates are not going to prison. So there's no equivalence here.
And I don't know that I think this has particular political impacts for Joe Biden. Hunter Biden's name is not on any ballot.
Yeah, that's exactly one of the other points is Trump's name is on the ballot and you made him into a felon. Hunter's name is not on the ballot. So she's making my case. This does not politically harm Biden at all, which is what we mean by lawfare. It's pure. This is pure politics, pure, not justice. Don't be so naive. I think women are smarter than this. Here's Joy Behar making our case even more.
One thing about it, women, it's a lot of women that it's just the women on the View, I guess.
These are all of the people in the Trump orbit who have been, who basically ended up in prison. These are all of them.
That's not even all of them.
You got Steve Bannon, Peter Navarro, Michael Cohen, Paul Manafort, George Papadopoulos, Roger Stone, Rick Gates, and Alan Weisselberg. They've all gone to prison.
Now, she's going to imply that they're all criminals. But we all know the Biden family, Jim Biden, his kids, his grandkids, Jill Biden, the witnesses, they are surrounded by crime and crime families. None of them are going to prison. Okay, so now she brought up Trump's people who are in prison, showing a 2-tiered justice system. Thank you for making our case for us, Joy Behar. I'm sure this goes right over.
But they make no sense. That's the one thing about it. They make no sense when they say stuff. Like, they'll say something and try to make sense of it, but literally, it's I'm getting confused myself because they're confusing people. You know, when I sit there and I watch The View, like, it is literally confusing because it's like what they say. You know how a person try to say something that try to hurt you, and it really doesn't. Like, they sound, I don't want to say stupid. Like, I don't want to be mean, y'all. I promise I don't. But they try to say something, and it's like, yeah, you're right. Like, what do you mean? Like, like they sound, man. I don't want to be mean on one thing about it. I've been trying to get right. You know, I've been trying to be nice. I've been trying to, you know, be cool with the situation. But it's like every time I watch The View and the stuff they say, it's insane to me.
Your head. Right over the 6 wigs you have stacked up on your head.
So when you feel bad about the system and you think, gee, we're going to get stuck with the system is working.
Yeah.
Okay, just remember that. The system's working. So I'm going to replay this video on November 6th when we throw Biden in jail, Merrick Garland in jail, Jill Biden in jail, just for the fun of it. We're going to throw Rashida Tlaib in jail. We're going to throw all these Raskin, throw them all in jail. Fani Willis, and I'll go back.
Definitely fan.
This The View with Joy Behar saying, see, the system's working. I'll go, yeah, we agree the system's working.
I think that's the reassuring part, is that you saw the juries in both of these.
Holy hair. I said I wanted to mop the kitchen floor and you show up. I guess we don't need a mop now.
He stands with him, and he's not pardoning him because he's a true American.
Oh, sure, he's a true American until he's a false American. When he pardons him after the November 5th election, he will pardon him. And that's his right to do, by the way, as president. He's going to pardon his crackhead-addled son as his last gasp on his deathbed. And that's a president's right, okay? And that's why Trump's going to be able to pardon everyone he wants, including all 500 January 6ers, including Steve Bannon, including himself, including anyone else Trump wants to. He's going to free him, and you're going to say he still loves America. What do you guys think?
Definitely. I'm with it. Make sure y'all go check out Doug. Definitely amazing videos. One thing about it is 100%, you know, 100%. One thing about it, Trump become president, I feel like stuff definitely is going to get better. I feel like that's what a lot of people fail to realize. And we're going to see how many people complain. We're going to see how many people complain. I'm telling you. It's people ain't going to have no reason to. People not going to have no reason to. That's just being 100 with y'all. No reason to. You actually going to see stuff, you know, positive stuff that actually needs to be done on the news. You know, some news channel, you know, a lot of other channels and stuff like that try to hide things, and you know, anyways, I don't want to get too deep into it, you know. I love my channel, so try not to say too much, but you already know, definitely hit that like button, subscribe button. Let me know y'all comments and thoughts down below. I'm gonna try to reply to most of y'all, you know, tonight, but definitely much love to y'all. Thank y'all for everything. I actually gotta go help Chris. I think I'm gonna do another video for y'all, but if I don't, definitely, you know, gotta help Chris. One of the dogs hopped on the couch and literally pooped all on the couch, so dealing with that right now. But much love, everybody. Catch y'all next one.